Alright everybody, 2015 Corvette C7 here, and welcome back to the Minecraft server series. Why am I getting these low frame rates? Where today we are going to be adding plugins, or a plugin at least, to the server. And this one just allows you to create more worlds. So just as you can see, this command does not work right now. So that means just the plugin is not installed. In fact, if you type plugins, you can see I don't have any plugins installed. So yeah, we're going to be fixing that today by putting two on. We are going to be fixing that today by putting a plugin on the server that is called Multiverse. And it basically allows you to have multiple worlds. So yeah, we're going to come to this here web page linked in the description below. There's a file page. So yeah, we want the one that's meant for your version. If it says 1.14 and you're using 1.14.4 or something, that's fine. Sometimes they'll work between versions like that, like 1.13. I know I've had a couple work. I think this one is one of them actually, but if there is one for your version of the game, just get that one. I'm going to get 1.14.4 because that's the one that my server is on. And I'm going to drop it in the plugins folder of my server. And then all I have to do is this nice and fancy little command. Come on, OBS. There we go. Called /reload. And you can see, if I pull up the server console again, then it reloads the server basically. And now we have the ability to use Multiverse. So now that command that I used before now works. I'm going to create it with my name, normal. So you can see the server console will go absolutely crazy. And as soon as this preparing spawn area thing finishes, you will be able to teleport between the two worlds. So if I teleport to this world, you can see that it is a completely different world. If I type seed in this one, you can see it starts with the numbers 300. And then if I go back to this one, type /seed, you can see that the numbers are different. So you can tell that that is a different world. Anything that goes on in this world will not affect any of your other worlds unless the thing you're doing is a command to delete another world. So basically anything you build, anything you blow up, if I, that is just here. So yeah, basically this is, do whatever you want with this and your main world will be completely safe. That is the basic function of Multiverse, and I will get to putting Essentials on now and seeing what it does, because Essentials adds a lot of really cool stuff to your server. That will be the end of the plugins portion of the video. Okay, so now we are on the Essentials webpage linked in the description below. You can see that it does support Minecraft 1.14, so I'm going to go over to where on earth is the file thing. Oh, I think it's here under updates. Oh yeah, okay, Essentials, this is a good one to do for the tutorial, because Essentials is split into a few files that you have to extract them and move them into the plugins directory. So you can see that when you get Essentials X and extract it, it comes in this folder where there's all these different plugins. The only ones that are really useful are these ones, minus this one. These two are more restrictive than we want to get into for today's video, so we're just going to move these over here. And now if we go on our server and we type our /reload command, you can see that it creates folders in the plugins directory for those, and it puts me in survival mode because I think I don't actually have perms anymore. Okay, you can see already that this message has been changed. Also, if I rejoin the server, you can see that there's mail now, and I have a red name. So if I can, it adds a bunch of cool commands like /mail. Now you can still build in creative mode. You can still build. Also, if you don't want to spawn survival mode every time, it's a Multiverse command. You just have to go mv modify set game mode creative, or whatever game mode you want. So there we go. Now every time I reload into this world, I will spawn in creative mode. Now we get on to the mods portion of the video, which is going to allow us to add mods to the server. And mods are different than plugins. With plugins, you don't actually have to install them on the client. They're installed on the server, they work for everybody. But for a modded server that has mods on it, you cannot join that server unless you have those mods installed on your client, which is the actual Minecraft game itself. So today, I will be showing you how to do that, and I'll have to find a mod that works with 1.14.4. Alright, so you're going to want to come to this web page, which is also linked down below in the description, to get Minecraft Forge, which is the modding API. I won't get into it too deeply right now because we don't really need to. I will just download the installer like that into a specific folder that I made for the modded server. Keep in mind that you can't use the same one without getting into further complications that we're not getting into in today's video. Alright, that was odd. So you should be able to just double click on the installer, but if you can't, there's a command in the description that if you put it into a command prompt, it'll open it. Alright, so what we want to do is install the server, and we want to point it at our directory that we have set up for our server. Alright, so if we point it there, and we tell it to install, you should be able to see that it will install as we would expect it to, because it's a Forge installer. So yeah, it is going to create a whole bunch of files and directories in this folder, and whoa, run a lot of commands. Okay. Yeah, your Windows may not like this 100%. Alright, so as you can see right here, I successfully downloaded Minecraft Server and installed 1.14.4 Forge. Now, what we want to do is make a new text document with the same command from the last video, except the only thing different is the jar file name is changed to this new jar file name. So I'm going to do that right now. If you guys need to know how to do that, go back and watch the last video again. Alright, so here we go. I've made my run.bat file. Now if I run it, there's the same stuff from the last video where you gotta accept the EULA and stuff again. Okay, agreeing to the EULA. Okay, so now, theoretically, it should generate a world and create a mods folder, and now we have a 1.14.4 modded server that this will need a port change to. So yeah, actually, if you're running your modded server and your other server at the same time, you'll need to change the port. So yeah, that can be done with the tutorial from the last video too. I'm just going to change it down here to 25556. Well, we'll use 8 because we've already used 9. In fact, I'm just going to use 25570 because it makes more sense. Save. Now if I run it again, it should actually start the server this time instead of crashing. Alright, so it has generated your world. Now, so far I have not found a way to use plugins and mods at the same time without causing a bunch of issues. But some plugins I have found are available as mods, which is actually pretty nice. And the thing about plugins made into mods is they're still server-side, so you don't need to install them on your client like you would, like the furniture mod, for example, which, in fact, is the mod that we're going to be using for this video, for this test here. So I'm going to load up a 1.14.4 Forge install and join this server, and just to see if I can join it as vanilla Minecraft Forge, and I will be right back. So yeah, how you install Forge is just run the same installer as before, but just choose client instead of server this time and leave it on the default directory, and you'll get yourself this little nice Forge install. So I'm just going to start that up real quick, and I'll see you when we're on the server. Alright, so here is our server right here, and I can connect to it. As you can see, I'm now on the modded server on 1.14.4. Now, same stuff from the creation video. I have to opt myself again so that I can go into creative mode. And yeah, basically, this is our modded server. Now what we need to do is put some mods on it. Alright, so I've come to the page for the furniture mod by Mr. Crayfish, which you can find for the 10,000th time in the description. And I'm just going to download this little jar file right here. Now what you want to do is when you download it, put it in your server's mods folder. Now what I've learned is that mods are a lot less cooperative than plugins, especially when it comes to dealing with each other. So if you install a new mod and it starts giving you issues, chances are it's incompatible with the rest of your mods, and if some quick Googling doesn't confirm or deny that, then it's probably a bad idea. One thing I learned is web displays used to not work very well with servers, but now it works perfectly fine. Don't ask me why. Also, what you're going to need to do is put this in your mods folder on your client under app data, roaming, Minecraft, and mods. If there's no mods folder, you can go right on ahead and create one. Now we have our fully functional modded server with a mod installed on it. So let's hop over to Minecraft and see what the heck is going on. So yeah, I can totally place modded items in the world, no problem. I can grab myself some picket fences. Actually looks quite cool. So yes, that is how you add additional functionality to your server using plugins and mods. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode 2 of the server series. The next episode will basically be prettifying things in certain ways that you know, will probably find quite amusing. So I suggest you subscribe so that you can see that video, and I will see you in that video. Goodbye, everybody.